I drop this basketball, not very heavy, and this bowling ball, very heavy, which one's going to hit the ground first? Which one was it? Let's do it in slow motion. Which of these has a greater mass? Scrap piece of paper. They're the same. It was a trick question. Okay. So which one's going to hit the ground first if I drop them? Watch this. This is a cork ball. This is a presentation board. Which has a greater mass, do you think? The answer is this by far. This one is much more massive than this one. You could feel it if you had it, but you don't have it, I have it. Okay, so I'm gonna drop these. Ready? Heavier one. Which one hit the ground first? The lighter one did. Now watch this. It's all about air resistance. So when you have a larger surface area, things push and they slow things down the other way. So if I drop it this way, it's going to take longer to hit than if I drop it this way with the lower surface area. Okay, so let's see if we can figure out why these two things have the same acceleration. Here's my bowling ball, so it has a very large mass. And here's my basketball. And let's see, I think it looks like this, right? That's a basketball. It has a small mass. It turns out that the acceleration of an object is proportional to the net force and inversely proportional to the mass. So for the bowling ball, it's going to have a very large gravitational force on it because it has a large mass. The basketball has a small force acting on it. And this force of the gravitational force is actually equal to the mass of the object times g. So for the bowling ball, I have a very large mass times g, where g is the gravitational field, divided by the very big large mass, and they cancel. So it accelerates with a value equal to the gravitational field of g. For the basketball, it has a small mass times g divided by the same small mass, and I, again, get g. So they both have the same acceleration. Now, what about this? What about the big board and the small ball? So here, after these are falling, they're both moving down with some velocity. This one has a very large gravitational force. And this one has a small one. But they both also have air resistance. So as they move through the air pushes back in the opposite direction. So this one has mg and a very small f air. This one has such a large area that it turns out that it has a significant air resistance force. So in this case, the net force downward is not as great compared to the rate. Let's write this one. Acceleration for the big one is going to be f air minus mg, all of that over m. And that's a big M. They don't cancel. For this one, it's going to be A equals a very, very small f air minus mg over m. And so it turns out that since it's not just about the size, it's the ratio of the air resistance to the mass, this one's going to have a greater acceleration and hit the ground first.